The FaxPress Setup Wizard. In order to work with the wizard, you'll first need to access the website by going from the run line, http://localhost. By default, this will launch the wizard. If you've ran it once before and you want to run it again, just do a /wizard at the end and it'll open again. Once in, you can log in. The default is administrator with no password. You'll then be prompted to activate the software. You do this by going online and filling in the online form. Once you're completed, just click Next. You'll be provided with the option to reset the password. This is an option. It is recommended. You'll then be prompted to change any network settings you'd like to change. This will pull the information from the network card, so it's not required for you to change it if you've already configured your network card. You can set up notifications by putting in the SMTP server's name and the email address to notify to. And you can set dialing rules to prepend any numbers, such as a 9 that might be required for dialing out, or putting an area code in. There's a section that will allow you to add additional MFP licensing. By default, the RICO comes with 100 devices already licensed, with the walk-up user already built into it. You can then set up archiving. You have a couple options. You can set it to none, but it will warn you and tell you that you should be setting it up. You can also set up to archive using Access or SQL Server. Depends on what you'd like to use. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll say none and skip past. You can then specify a time to go purge old fax data. You don't need faxes permanently built up on your server. By default, this will be 2 a.m. If you're archiving and backing up, it should be a non-issue purging old data. The backup process is probably the most important process to remember to do. By default, the wizard will attempt to access the share to make sure it does have permission to back up to it, so you don't accidentally type something in and assume that it's working. If it doesn't work, it'll return an error, and you can go back and correct any mistakes you may have made. Once that's completed, you'll get a summary page that'll show you the settings you've actually configured. You can just review it and click Finish. Once you click Finish, this will redirect you to log in to your main website, so you can go and configure fax lines and user administration and other settings like that.